Joker's not even on. So, we're back, everyone. More Witcher 3. Now then, when you meet Yennefer.
By going from the village, Baron whore!
You best take
Our
them back.
gratitude here.
Defile sacred ground. The gods will never forgive you for this.
Ye ain't welcome here, witch.
Well, seems the peasants have found out.
Always did know how to win friends.
I was provoked.
Saw it happen. Wanted to talk to me about something?
Amos Var Ipsis. A specialist on djinns. Heard of him? I found a tome he'd penned in the Emperor's library. Var Ipsis set off for Skellige one day and was never heard from again. I asked some of the local folk. Some here still remember him.
They know what happened to him?
The locals say they last saw his ship off the coast of Hindisfjall. Then a once-in-an-eon storm broke.
So he's probably fish food by now.
Not necessarily. I must learn what became of him.
Why? Do you know him?
No. It's not the mage who interests me. It's his djinn.
Why are you even interested? Djinns are dangerous sometimes, and malicious all the time.
I remember. But the advantages outweigh the risks. If I can tame a djinn, I shall gain incredible power. And that could be useful to us one of these days.
You sure this mage actually had a djinn?
His books strongly suggest he did. He describes taming one, harnessing energy from its power.
Storm wouldn't pose a threat if he'd had a djinn. He could just utter a wish.
Perhaps he had none left, or something unexpected happened.
So I need to find a djinn.
Alright, so what exactly do you expect me to do?
A genie.
You must help
To
me
make it
find
simple.
this djinn. I've no gold to offer in reward, but I shall be ever so grateful.
Of course you shall. Fine.
Since you put it that way, fine. I'll help you.
Thank you. A boat awaits in the harbor. Come.
Others say evil looks goes over on the jones. Talks to himself in
See, you've managed to prepare everything already.
I have.
How could you possibly know I'd agree?
I didn't. Decided to risk it.
Wow, the other horse disappeared and now it's been replaced with Roach. Oh. Never mind how it is. It's like, why is there two freaking...
Lead the way.
Just
Armor
once,
has
you
to
might try
take
to take
over.
the initiative.
Would you even let me?
It would depend on the situation.
There's the word.
Something I've always wondered.
would
What do
stand
you
on the
witchers do
situation.
once there are no basilisks?
Ah, yes, there
Greetings.
you are.
Praise Freya.
Liar.
What? I swear it on the great mother's tits.
Cut the act. Don't buy your piety one bit. You were one of Morkvarg's men.
Well, well. Sharp you are. Didn't see one thing, though. Lads here around me, they're mine. Armed to the teeth to the man. Let me introduce you.
I'm no knight-errant. I'm a witcher. Didn't come here to bring you to justice.
Digging up the past? What's that for?
Need to know what actually happened in the garden. Gonna lift
Oh, yeah,
Morkvarg's
we
curse.
already lifted his curse.
Why would you bloody do that? Our son should suffer till Ragnarok, the day after, actually.
It's what I do.
Used to say the same myself, till Morkvarg gave the order to sail for Hindisfjall. I've raided often and cruelly, killed women, children, whatever my axe happened to hit. But priestesses, it was too much, even for me. When When it was over and Morkvarg was drinking with the rest, I took this out.
Wolf-fang pendant, covered in runes.
I got it from my da, who was god eye of our village. Told me that anyone I cut with a fang would suffer a fate worse than death. Spoke true, it seems.
Your pop-pop mentioned how to reverse this?
Victim needs to get the fang is all. But I'll not give it to you. That whoreson should suffer.
He's dead.
Listen, the priestesses, they really long to
Am I
get their
doing
garden
this now?
back. And as I see it, you owe them, don't you think?
All right, take it. But it don't come free. Want one thing in return.
Won't tell anyone about your past, give you my word.
Not that. If you do, I'll just find you and kill you. Once Morkvarg's human again, you can't let him leave. No matter what.
So yeah, that's how you would have dealt with that, but
Respect,
we already
Witcher.
dealt with that, so...
The ship carrying the gin sank somewhere in this area.
Somewhere.
Not too precise as leads go.
I'll cast a spell on our boat. We'll know if there are any wrecks on the seafloor below us.
All right, let's get to work.
Mind if I take the helm?
I got a choice.
No.
And away we go.
Not sure this gin thing's a good idea.
We managed to seize one before. Do you remember?
Of course. Dandelion almost lost his voice that time.
How lucky your exorcism saved it. It was poetic.
Yeah, how was I supposed to know that incantation meant begone and plow yourself?
You should have studied foreign languages.
Gonna keep bringing that up for the rest of my life.
Of course. Your last wish effectively assured it.
My wish was about us being together always, not about you mocking my every mistake.
Careful what you wish for. And when your wish is granted, you must accept it with all attendant circumstances.
Yeah.
And as for your missteps, I don't rightly see why I shouldn't laugh if they're amusing.
Wow, that water effect there was weird.
There's something here, on the bottom. It's too deep here. You can't dive that long.
You underestimate me.
On the contrary. After all, I asked you for help. I'll cast a spell. It will slow your heart for a time. You can stay submerged longer. Assad I Cride Rithorn. Ready. Careful down there.
Ah, just put me in a bubble. You want me to go into the water? Wonderful.
How's it going?
Damn, you know I hate it when you read my mind.
Strictly speaking, I'm not reading your mind, but using telepathy. Besides, you've nothing to hide, right?
Wouldn't admit it if I did. Not the point.
See anything interesting?
A shipwreck and a cavern. I'll look inside.
Drones actually take more than one shot. Oh, your tang.
Snapped masts, busted planks, and a whole swarm of drowners. Probably drawn by the corpses of drowned crew, then made their nest here. There's also a Clan Drummond figurehead.
Not the right ship. Come back up.
Oh, I'm supposed to just leave all this stuff, eh? I see how it is. But fine. Not that I don't like being underwater anyway. This is not too deep now. Shall we can leave?
Where to now?
Wherever the leads take us.
pretty nice.
Say we find the
Somewhat
gem.
decent.
What'll you do?
Boat.
Ask for a beautiful house? And a palace? And a queen's crown?
Are we still talking about the gin, or have we moved on to a talking fish?
Doesn't much matter. Both make wishes come true. What would yours be?
You'll learn in due course. Something's here. Another wreck.
Let's see if our gin's down there.
Yay, more water. Yeah.
Beautiful craftsmanship. Found a wreck. It's been here a while. Wood's rotted.
Look around, but be careful. Look for something that might indicate it's the Mage's ship.
Jonathan's
Got something. A Skelliger's buckler. Clan Hamai symbols.
Donar's clan.
Donor was a babe in swaddling clothes when this buckler landed here. Longship belonged to Clan Dimon. Yen. Doubt any of these boats were the Mage's. These are old sunken longships.
Come back then. We must search elsewhere.
May just want to make sense when I see it. If we can, you know, get to that point. I think it's an 01. Most games do like the number 3.
You're getting better at this.
Go even quicker if you helped me down there.
I prefer to observe matters from up here, most definitely.
Yeah, like when we were looking for the Golden Dragon and an avalanche swept us off the trail. Me clinging to the remains of a bridge for dear life. You gripping my waist, admiring the view. Remember? Chasm below us was breathtaking. Rustling trees, a lazily flowing stream.
I remember. Though I found myself admiring what I had right in front of me. Something strange about those rocks.
And there's something on the bottom. We'll see what it is.
Okay. We're back to one-shotting things underwater.
See something?
Something doesn't do it justice. A huge crater, as if a meteorite landed here.
I must see it.
Diving in after all?
No, I shall cast another spell, to see through your eyes. Now relax. Aisu foltja bedem ein eichte ilivaid.
I think it's half a boat.
That is no meteorite crater.
What is it then?
The effect of teleportation. A powerful force cut out a fragment of the seabed, rocks and everything lying within the teleportation zone.
Always claimed portals were dangerous.
I believe we're on the right track. Look for anything that might contain a djinn.
Fine, but get out of my eyes. Too cramped in here for us both.
Aisu foltja bedem ein eichte ilivaid.
No gin here, but there's something you ought to like.
What?
Half a seal.
That'll do. Come back up.
Half a seal. No, I feel it's half an actual, you know, seal. Like an animal seal. Yeah, make me swim. Less than I do. Oh well, back to the surface.
Only found half. Can you do anything with this?
I can use it to locate the other half, to within a dozen yards.
And once we find that, we should find the Jinn.
Exactly. Ready? I'll take us there on the count of 3.
Oh, no, not another portal.
Stop whining. 1, 2... Three.
Said you were gonna go on 3.
I did. Look, we must search the area.
Yen, not so fast. Gotta tell me what this is about first. Why do you want this Jinn?
But you already know. A Jinn's power is priceless to a mage.
That I know, but I also want to know how you plan to use it. Wouldn't go to these lengths if it wasn't something important.
You're right. It's important. Even very important. How long has this been going on, Geralt? This thing between us? 15, 20 years? We repeatedly split up, then return to one another. Something draws us to each other, but I can never be certain if it's a true feeling or merely a bit of mischief by a Jinn.
So that's it? This is about my last wish?
You asked that Jinn to bind us together forever. I want to ask this one to take that wish back.
Why would you want to do that?
To see what it's like without it. To see if we'll still matter to one another. Or if we'll be like two strangers.
Well, fine.
Wondered that myself many times.
You see? We're just a step away from learning the truth.
This here also leads up to one of those choices.
Come, let's search the ship.
Seems Amos was quite the eccentric, asking the Jinn to lift half his ship to a mountaintop.
He didn't necessarily. Jinns are inherently mischievous. This one might have granted his wish and perverted it in doing so.
In that case, I'd appreciate it if you didn't wish I'd disappear from your life. Nothing interesting here.
Ooh, scissors.
Nothing interesting.
Aw, but they're scissors.
Interesting. Wonder what this means. Mystery of mysteries, Agnes of Glanville.
Many creatures are worth out, but two there to draw himself the power. These are cats and dragons. So cats can draw magic? Huh. Interesting. So here's some
Nice shoes. Looks like the impact with the mountain was so powerful it popped the wearer right out of them. Mage must have slept here. Means.
Means the mage were under hell.
Yen, think you should see this.
What do you have?
A dead body.
It's Amos. Looks exactly like the etching in the book. Except his head was intact there.
If he died while being teleported, Seal might still be on him. Behold.
Bravo! Come to the deck. I've an idea.
Yeah, we did it.
Step back a bit.
What are you going to do?
Summon and tame the Jinn. It's not likely to be happy. Stand at the ready.
Tame Jinn,
What's it probably?
Rif Kaishta en Gaia, Kaishta ep Disclair, Devired me Castle.
It glared at me.
Take it you have a plan.
You must weaken him while I draw him into the sphere.
Care to trade places?
That was something. It just zapped me. You know, that's one thing though, that your armor doesn't say. Well, I might say elemental damage, but I don't think, for the most part, it says that anything about magic resist. Monster resist, sure. Piercing, bludgeoning, slashing, whatever. I guess that one though does have elemental damage. Well, the feline armor actually has resistance to elemental damage, so it might not be bad to wield for this. Just so we can survive taking a hit from that thing, jeez. That thing blasted me.
Step back a bit.
What are you going to do?
Tame Jinn, Kaishta.
What now? Take it you have a plan.
You must weaken him while I draw him into the sphere.
Care to trade places?
Well, you don't give a damn. Just one shot, man. So, well, let's think about this. Okay, let's just distract. Let's not try to, you know, actually fight unless we have to actually fight, because, yeah, that was a bit bullshit. Especially the part where I had and never didn't give a single damn. And then just, you know, one-shot me.
Step back.
What do you...
Yes,
Summon.
yes,
Tame Kaishta.
stuff happens.
Take it you have a plan.
Holy.
You must weaken him while I draw him into the sphere.
Care to trade places?
No, what? What the hell you want me to do? Yeah, that thing does not like me. Well, I think it's time we actually, you know, turn off the level scouting, because that thing does not. Yeah. That thing's being worse than I thought it would be. I mean, holy crap. How the hell am I supposed to fight that? Like... that's something else entirely. I don't just think how bad... yeah, on higher difficulties. At a higher level even. If that was 100 plus, that thing would
Step back.
one-shot me
What are you going to...
Summon and
just from one of them.
Came
That thing
you,
would press me
Kaishta.
two-shot. Can I survive?
Damn, you're
Take
ugly.
it
Have a
now.
plan.
you must weaken him while I draw him into the sphere.
Care to trade places?
Saying now I'm fine.
Just a bit more. I can feel his strength waning. Damn it all.
You know, I'm fine. Just fine now. When it's not you, though. One-shotting me.
Got you! Your master died before uttering his last wish. I cannot capture you. We can struggle like this for eternity, or I can release you. If you do one thing for me. Do you see the spell that binds us? Only a djinn can remove another djinn's spell. Remove this one and you'll be free. You are free!
Storm's over.
Yes. It's all over.
Maybe we should sit. You look a bit dazed.
I'm not, but we can sit.
Feel any better?
I told you, I'm fine.
Don't need to play tough for me. That was a hard fight. Maybe not as hard as the last time we tamed a djinn, but
Yeah,
still.
he kept one-shotting me.
No
Get
comparison, I'm afraid. Half of Rind suffered then. Now I'm merely a bit tired. Thank you for coming, Geralt. I'd have had a much harder time of it on my own.
Well, never could say no to you.
Perhaps that will change now.
Feel
Perhaps.
anything? That anything's different?
I expected... I don't know what I expected, actually. A bit of vertigo, perhaps. I thought you'd become a stranger to me. That I'd look at you and not feel a thing. But it's not like that at all. Nothing's changed.
Welcome to decision time. Here's what we can do. We can confirm that. But remember how we confirmed it with Triss. Things become awkward if we decide to take both. So, it basically comes down to the decision process. So most everyone who's read the book would choose Yen, because, well, Geralt and Yen were made for each other. However, most everyone who's played the games would choose Triss, because, well, Triss and Geralt spent a long time through the games. I mean, 1, 2... Besides, I prefer Triss. I mean, she's a redhead. Enough said.
Sorry, Yen, but magic's gone for me.
Truly? But how is that possible? I still feel the same. You should too. I don't understand. What does this mean?
Means the djinn granted your wish.
Sad face.
Right. Fine. Good. Glad we got that over with. We know where we stand, at least. Naught left for us here. Let's go.
Wait. Magic's gone, true, but that doesn't mean I don't like spending time with you. Let's sit a while.
And loading. I mean, Yen's fun. It's just the way this game makes your appears. It's like, I'm impressed.
Next time we go on horseback.
A horse would never make it down that mountain.
Hey, we could
What
Skyrim
now?
it down.
Well, I'm due to appear in Vizima. We must report to the Emperor after all.
Ciri's our concern, and only ours.
At heart, perhaps. But it's not what we agreed with Emir. We must see him.
Awfully loyal to your patron.
He happens to be your patron as well, darling. You do well to remember that. Otherwise he might feel compelled to remind you.
If we gotta, we gotta.
We wouldn't have known Ciri had returned if not for the Emperor and his agents. It's the least we can do.
Yen, what happened back there?
Please, Geralt. There's nothing left to say. I'm
Later
off.
charge.
Me too. I'll collect Uma from the Baron, then we'll ride for Kaer Morhen.
I shall join you as quickly as I can. Farewell.
So long, Yen.
Geralt?
Now we get to talk about
Got summoned by Radovid. He wants me to find Philippa.
What a king. Not only cruel, but naive as well. Did he truly believe you'd help him?
I took the job.
Why?
Gotta say, I'm curious what happened to her. And I didn't want any Redanians getting in my way while I tried to find out. Look, found this in Philippa's hideout.
A megascope crystal. Damn, it's cracked. But it could still work.
I was going to give that to Triss. But I thought you gave that. No, I didn't give that to Triss, did I?
And Francesca's equally hesitant. Neither she nor Ida wishes to decide blindly.
They'll stop hesitating as soon as we convince Kira and Fringilla.
Fringilla's on our side. She'll join us as soon as she's finished some business in Nilfgaard.
Wonderful. That leaves Kira. The problem is, I've still no notion where she could be.
Yennefer and Triss.
Yennefer's never belonged to the Lodge. And Triss? Well, we shall see. I must regain my vision. I can go to Novigrad, then see Arthur de Valista. The word is, Triss is also carousing about the city.
You still insist? Phil, pardon my saying so, but you will never regenerate your eyes on your own.
Vilgefortz did it. I'm employing the same method, cultivating tissue and precious stones.
It's madness. You will need its power. You'll put yourself in great danger.
Damn it. That's it. I can't recover any more.
I hear right. They mentioned the Lodge?
Yes. And later, Philippa said something about vision regeneration.
Think Philippa pulled it off? Restored her eyesight?
It would be reckless, but not impossible. They seemed to say she was planning to implant tissue grown on precious stones. Till now, only Vilgefortz has ever managed. If she succeeded, well, I suppose congratulations would be in order.
Margarita mentioned Ida and Francesca, then Kira and Fringilla.
I've little doubt Philippa means to revive the Lodge of Sorceresses.
They weren't sure about Triss, excluded you right away.
I'd never agree to rejoin. Philippa believes only the Lodge can look after the Mage's interests effectively. I disagree and prefer to act alone. Besides, the moment's inopportune. Reviving the Lodge would enrage both Radovid and the Emperor. They're at a critical stage of their duel for influence, and neither would welcome a new player.
Wonder what I should do with the crystal.
It cannot fall into Radovid's hands, not under any circumstances. You'd better leave it with me.
Right. It'll be safer with you.
What about Triss? Nope, apparently it goes to her. Also...
Geralt?
Stuff.
Ever think about the past? About your time with the Hunt?
At times, I'm amazed we survived. Eridan's not usually one to leave witnesses behind.
That's just it. He didn't. Lost my memory when I escaped the Hunt.
Ah, yes. Your famous amnesia.
You didn't have it?
For a short time only. Once the Emperor's mages got their hands on me, my memory quickly returned.
Our famous amnesia went through like 2 games. Oh god. So
when
many
the Hunt
questions.
had you. Hope they didn't hurt you.
Even if they did, I've no memory of it. The whole time's but a string of phantom images. Blood and fire. A wild chase through different worlds. All shrouded in fog. Though I do remember you coming for me. Trading your life for mine. I hadn't the chance to thank you then.
You'd have done the same for me.
I'm touched by your certainty. But you've yet to tell me how you escaped them.
Wouldn't mind knowing that myself. There are times I remember rushing forward, Red Riders around me. Next thing I know, I'm in the woods at the foot of Kaer Morhen. That's it. What did Eridan want from you exactly?
The same thing he wanted from you. You don't recall?
Draw a blank on most of my time with them.
We were bait, Geralt. Both of us. Eridan believed Ciri would come for us sooner or later and he would capture her. Fortunately, she didn't fall for it.
How do you go from being the Emperor's hostage to being his ally?
One day, the door of my cell opened, and instead of seeing the usual officer, I saw Emir. He promised to release me and grant me free reign of the Imperial Treasury, provided I did what he asked.
He told you about Ciri, and you accepted his offer. Why?
Shared aims make for strange bedfellows. I knew I had to find Ciri before Eridan did, and if any man had the power and the means to help me, it was the Emperor. Besides, once all's said and done, he is her father.
Here's a good question.
Why didn't you look for me after you'd recovered your memory and your freedom?
Yeah, there was like
I
2
assumed you
games.
would recover quickly and find me first.
There was 2
You had
games
mages to
we
help
did.
you. I was on my own.
Well, not entirely. Besides, I knew you'd fled the Hunt. Eridan would never have let you go. He'd erased my memory, but you escaped. It was wholly possible he hadn't had the chance with you. And there were your Witcher mutations. I expected they'd stave off any serious injury.
Still can't get something out of my mind.
What?
This is gonna be awkward.
Yen, can we talk?
Why? So you can ask me if we can remain friends despite all?
No, I mean...
Come now, Geralt. I know you. Well enough to know exactly what's going on with you and Triss.
Ah, shit.
Now, I cannot say I'm not tempted to, intervene, but I believe I'll let it lie this time. How about that? You came here to fumble your way through an explanation, yet instead of enjoying the show, I went and did your job for you.
Seems so.
But now, enough of this maudlin business. We've something to do, remember?
Oh yeah, also I found something.
Found something that might belong to you. That skull some sort of accessory? If so, you've changed your style a bit.
It's a weapon.
Don't remember ever seeing you with that?
It's as you said. I've changed my style.
Thanks, Yan. See you later.
And away she goes. Well, away we go anyway.
I'll never forget what you did for us.
Not just famous, but handsome.
Greetings, welcome.
What smells so delicious?
Ah, yes, might as well. Buy everything. Oh yeah, we also need to set that back, don't we?
Thanks for sparing him up.
Boop. Now that we're not fighting, you know, something entirely way too
I heard
overpowered.
Grey Inga augured your son's future.
Aye, threw his umbilical in the water.
So now, what's left for us to do in Skellige? Honestly, not much. I mean, there's the Loot Ocean, which... Truth be told, I don't want to deal with the Loot Ocean. I mean, look at all those question marks. These three right here, they're all technically inside a ruin, which opens up over here later in the game. So it's a place of power. That we can't actually touch until later in the game. It's like the one that...
Uncle's in the on the continent got heads like cats.
Speaking of Valen, we do technically need to go here for two purposes. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm not actually going to do this quest yet.
His long search for Ciri led Geralt to conclude that Uma, the ugliest man alive and the victim of a curse, was
Uma,
the
the
key to
ugliest man
finding the
alive.
young woman.
So, that Deus Ex Machina that we saw, you know, just randomly doing one of Baron's things, is apparently could be Ciri, could be the Masked Mage, could be someone important. It's the only lead we have. But before we deal with that, we're going to basically stop by and improve her armor, then go to Novigrad, improve her weapon,
We're at freak slaying that hog.
This be the witch burn the parish.
and then we'll probably go to the northeast.
Right, give me the coin. Tails, we clean the shit out of the stable.
Because honestly, we're at a point where we could actually successfully do Hearts of Stone. We could actually start on frickin' Blood and Wine, but don't really want to do that yet. So,
Geralt, good of you to come by.
Need some armor made. Witcher's armor.
she's a master craftsman. Master Craftsman. Which means we can upgrade this. We can upgrade this. We can... What? What? How am I missing a monster carapace? Also need to make more of that. Definitely need to make more of that. Jeez. Okay, so... Monster carapace. How the hell am I going to even make that? I don't even know. I know we need to make more of that. That's for certain. Okay, so what if I dismantle something? What do I dismantle to make a monster carapace anyway? No. No. Don't even know. Okay, what's this frickin' deal hide? Well, this is... There we go. Is that the only thing we have that can make that? We also need more like dark essence still. Nothing can be used to make dark essence because, well, I believe we'd have to get from, you know, upward sources. Well, looks like the only thing I can use to make monster carapace is that forktail thing. So, I suppose... Well, there are some... Yeah, that too, I suppose. Wyvern hide. Okay, make sure we only sacrifice 2, right? And our hide we have now. And that's not very high, but that's not strong enough. Short hide. I only like one short in the game, so. I guess we're technically good. Because there's not very much else I can get here, so. Hopefully we're good. Anyway, back to crafting. Hell. I said mastercrafted. Easy enough to make. Easy enough to make. Easy enough to make. Easy enough to make. Do I need more dark steel though? So honestly we can, for the most part we can make more dark iron. Which we don't have enough to make more dark iron though. That's unfortunate. Unfortunate. Yeah, but that'll help a bit. Definitely need more of that, though. Okay. So we should have a full set now. Both those upgraded. We just need to upgrade our weapons now.
Take care now.
Our armor is nice and mastercrafted now. Well, it doesn't gain its benefits until it's, you know. Tails Grandmaster. Also damage dealt by a variation following the Quinn sign. Quinn sign doesn't really do damage unless you have a certain field thing spec into. However, the good thing is when a Quinn shield shatters, there is a chance a new one will be cast at no stamina cost. However, Feline has sort of better benefits because strong attacks increase fast attack damage for 5 seconds. So basically strong attack, then you fast attack. Also real attacks a bit harder to pull off, but yeah. Speaking of points though. Now exploding shield would help. Crit discharge would help. But getting down there, points. Anyway, we could, you know, deal with that, but we need to go to Novigrad first. Then we're gonna go deal with which one though? It's quite a few things to deal with. Okay, so there's this. Main thing. Oh, there's stuff here, over here, over there. Here. A lot of stuff basically here in the northeast. And now technically in the north. But mostly in the northeast. Well, getting the enchanting thing up there would be...
So you're a man well traveled.
If I remember right, the frickin' rune right up there technically is master quality craft.
Now you...
Gonna tell us where your coin is? Or you prepared to have your mark?
Which is pretty great, because it basically means you can go to him to get your runes crafted. You go to him to get your armor and weapons crafted. I think he does both weapons and armor, so he is pretty great. Once you have him unlocked, you can basically just go to him for everything you need. But before we do that, we want to go visit Atari. Oops, actually I'm gonna move this slightly over here, just so I can actually dread that better. The one thing though, up in the northeast, that's frickin' spiders. And I don't mean like, you know, how intrigas and aracas, or you know, spiders. Well, they're more like a plant spider, basically. Now these things are actual freaking giant ass spiders. I'm not a fan. They're also tedious to find.
Scamp. This is no regret.
Those sadists choose their name now.
They are tedious to find. They basically, like, they scurry back and forth and shoot webs and try to ambush you when you're not attacking them.
Greetings, Ibeer.
Greetings, Geralt.
Where's my trebuchet?
Listen, would you...
Promised me catapults. But you never gave me catapults. I'm disappointed. So, what do we require here? Flawless ruby. Easy enough. Wow, Rebus. I could probably make more of that if I want to. Anyway. So what I have here for this. Not just another ruby, sure. It's using all my iron though. I mean my demeritum. Definitely gonna get more of that. Probably knows it's a pain in the ass to get that. Cause yeah, we need that ore. I'm trying to see if we can make some right here, cause we have, you know. You have some of that. Yeah, we made some. Yeah, we can't buy just the demeritum, apparently. Can definitely buy those though. Buy a few more of these, why not? Okay, well. Now that we got what
So
we came
long.
for. Good thing.
Degeneracy, the downfall of civilization.
Trouble?
Where am I even going? Don't even know anymore. This will work.
Behave, Witcher.
Looking for a bruising?
Okay, so we got basically our weapons and everything upgraded. Which is great. So we're gonna go over here. Then work our way to the east. At least that's a decent enough plan, I suppose. By the way, since we didn't actually kill these things while we were here, because, you know, last time we were here, they were either. Oh yeah, I forgot about you. Looking filed field tag or gray tag or whatever. Oh, that's right. Just remember there's that one to deal with, isn't there? But I need to mark that one on the map so I remember. need to mark this one on the map so I remember. Because I don't know. I don't know what level it is. But it's a thing. Sorry to loot things as well. Hi, merchant.
Greetings.
Anything new?
Wouldn't mind a look.
Eh, not really. You do have a bunch of chicken legs, though. I will buy those.
Farewell.
Well, yeah, red merchants. I do like red merchants. Okay, so. And then we'll cry a few things on the road to success. But that's for next time. Hope you all enjoyed. Thank you all. Have a nice day.